There's that intro music. Oh boy. I like it. That was a good find. Welcome back. This is episode 2 of the RLD podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Sean.
I'm Michaela.
And we just wanted to thank you so much again for tuning in with us. And I just have to say right away, we're so blessed with the friends and the support that we have, because from that first episode, we have just been getting so much good feedback from people.
Yeah.
And like, how funny, because
I loved it.
Yeah, we're just two grown-up kids, and this was just kind of a, fun little last-minute thing that we had decided to do and everything. And it's not like we feel we're special in any way.
Definitely not. No, that was a pleasant surprise.
Oh man, I'm so grateful for our community and the people that we have in our lives and everything. And so, just want to say thank you to everybody for that. That was really special, really
Thanks,
sweet.
Guys.
Yeah. This episode, I figure we like Friends, the show Friends. And so I'm thinking like our titles for each episode will kind of have like that Friends theme, like the one with. And
Sean's like downplaying that. He doesn't just like Friends. He loves Friends. And I do too, but I think he loves it even more because it's like almost a ritual in our house for him to put that on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
play the whole series.
It's my go-to comfort show. If I've had a rough day, Michaela, she laughs at me sometimes because she'll come home or something like that and Friends will be on and she'll just know immediately. Like either he's back into his routine where he's just watching Friends. But if I'm not in my routine of where I am currently watching Friends and Friends is on, she knows it's been kind of a rough day.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's like, better get the ice cream.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
So on that note, I figured we could call this one kind of the one with communication or something like that, the one with the clarity or something like that, because we're going to be speaking about the importance of communication today as kind of the main thread throughout the whole episode. So, which is a big thing in our industry.
Yeah, a little bit.
With the couples and the families that we work with. First of all, is there anything that's been going on? Let's see. We recorded this, our first episode last Thursday, and now it is Monday. So we've had a couple days in between. And do we have anything that has happened as of recent that's worth sharing, or any updates?
I actually had a really busy weekend. And that's surprising for January. Usually there's like nothing happening.
Yeah.
But I had 2 engagement sessions and a 100th birthday party to cover, which was amazing.
How precious.
She was so cute. I asked her what her secret was.
Yeah.
And she said, nothing.
Isn't that funny how like that's sometimes the answer that you get?
Yeah.
Like I
was expecting like something, and she was like nothing. And she was like, I was telling her how great it was to see all her family, and she's like, oh, this is for the family. I get my own playtime later when she gets to go play like a card game or something like that. It was the sweetest thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is precious.
So yes, it was great. And the weather was beautiful, which is also surprising for January.
Yes.
So that was kind of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a really special experience on Saturday where I got to go be a part of a outreach ministry in downtown Vancouver with a good friend of mine who invited me out to get just some drone footage that they would use for kind of spreading the word and spreading awareness for that ministry in particular. And I was blessed because I was able to see firsthand, go down there and see just real people who are really struggling and literally living in tents on the street. And it was sobering to say the least. And one thing about what we do is we can do, as far as in media, like we can go out and we can shoot content to share, to bring awareness to people. But one thing that is you'll never get from watching something is the real experience, as in the sounds, the smells, the sights, all those things play a much bigger factor into feeling, what is truly like the weight and the gravity of what's happening down there. And so that was really special to be a part of. I talked with the guy who started the ministry, and he has an incredible testimony and everything. And it was a blessing to be there. So
that's cool.
That was really cool to be a part of. So, and then, we went to church on Sunday. Yeah. We were able to just go and attend church together and listen to a great message from our pastor. And it was a great weekend.
It was.
Yeah. It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
And we got our fence fixed.
Hey, shout out fence guy.
Yeah. Good job, fence guys.
It fell over during the last windstorm.
Yeah. So. We've had a couple sections of our fence fall over during the recent windstorms and everything. So, I'm sure a lot of you have experienced some of that in those recent windstorms. But anyways, that's some recent happenings.
Woohoo.
I wanted to start today by bringing some clarity to the podcast specifically. We had kind of alluded to it a little bit in the first episode, but I think we were just kind of winging it a little bit more in that first episode because we didn't really know how it was going to turn out. You know, I honestly, it was probably just kind of like, maybe this will just be like a practice run, and then we can just kind of toss it or whatever if we don't like it. We ended up just having a blast. So I think this is going to be more natural for us than I think we even realized. But so for this podcast, we were thinking as far as how often we were going to post, when we were going to post. I think we're thinking maybe every couple weeks is probably going to be best for us, just with workload and also just coming up with content to share and everything. And so I think that'll be kind of the unofficial goal.
Yeah.
Or I guess official goal now because I'm saying it. So our official goal is to post once every 2 weeks. And we would love grace in that because if we get to a point where it's just insane and we just can't find the time to record stuff and we're not able to post, then I don't know. If we have a following and we need to share updates, then we'll do that. If people are like, when's the next episode coming out or whatever, we'll do that when we cross that, when that bridge comes,
when and if.
Yeah. When and if. So,
and you guys could let us know too. Like, we want more.
Yeah. I mean,
that's too much.
Yeah. I think so. Full transparency, to come up with kind of the layout of this show, I went to ChatGPT. I've been going to ChatGPT for a lot of stuff.
I mean, he's kind of like a bestie at this point.
Yeah, I call him Chad.
Yeah.
But it helps me kind of lay out my thoughts and everything and bounce stuff back. And it's not like I put like total faith and trust into this AI thing, but it does help kind of keep me organized. And so I said, hey, my wife and I own a business, and Chad knows all about our business. We talk about it all the time. We're like you said, we're besties. And so I said, we want to start a podcast and I need help kind of like, what do I do? I literally know nothing. Then Chad just like laid out this amazing, starting point. And so we went from there and everything. And I call him, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It suggested once a month to post. And so, and it was it was clean and clear. And it was like, we post 1 episode a month and that's 12 episodes per season, that kind of thing, kind of keeps it clean. But we thought, I think we can probably do twice a month.
Yeah. I started listing things I would like to talk about and it was,
oh man,
way more than 12.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, this is like going to take years.
Yeah.
So that might not work.
Yep. And then with the addition of bringing in guests and people that we love and want to spend time with, and that could introduce new topics and other things that we want to talk about. And so so for the official record, Our goal is twice a month. Put it on the books. Write it down.
Yeah.
We will see.
We'll see.
And then, the other thing that I just mentioned, like the titles, it'd be super fun. I mean, for me,
it's very you.
Yeah, it's very me. So they'll be kind of Friends themed, the one with.
Yeah.
And, and for our thumbnails for each episode, I just decided to do so if you noticed, last episode was 1.1. That means season 1, episode 1.
Very good.
For those that were wondering.
Good job, babe.
I'm so creative.
Sometimes simple is better.
I'm very much that way. I'm kind of a minimalist in that kind of stuff. And so this one will be 1.2.
Hey.
Very good. Okay, so that I think, and then again, we're aiming for 30 to 45 minutes. That's our goal. We're aiming for that. Again, we'd love some grace in that. And sometimes we'll hit it. Sometimes we will miss that. But we're going to do our best. Okay. In the spirit of, we wanted to clarify who our target audience is. And again, we alluded to this in episode 1, but we wanted to clarify who exactly our target audience is. Sweetheart, do you want to speak to that?
Yeah. So we talked about the whole reason why we wanted to do a podcast in the last episode, which if you haven't listened to it,
it's
1.1.
It's 1.1.
It's the introduction.
Yeah. The first one.
The first one. But basically, the audience that we had in mind when thinking about this is kind of twofold. It's for others who may be in our industry, which is I don't think we even said that in the last one. We just said we're Red Letter Days. But our industry, if you didn't figure it out, is we do videography, photography. We talked about how it started as a photo company, but
I think we mentioned that in the first episode, but it's good to just
So our industry is photography, videography, with a big emphasis on weddings and kind of milestone moments. So if you are a fellow photographer, videographer, or even just a wedding vendor, this could potentially be something that you might find interesting. The other target audience, the other half of it, I would say, is for people who might want to work with people in our industry or us specifically. So it's so you can get to know us a little bit better, or maybe get some tips or thoughts or learn about the industry.
Yes. And I would love if we get to the point that people would ask us questions if they have questions that they would like us to touch on or give it our best shot to answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you do that. Like, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, I think everything that I think we will post when we upload a new episode on our Instagram page.
Okay.
I think there's an option if you find us on YouTube podcast, you can comment on there because it pops up, as far as my understanding is, like a normal YouTube video or something like that. So you can comment. There's a comment section there.
Okay. Who wants to be our test subject and write a comment so we can see that that's how it works?
I suppose we can even, in the description of each one, include our email. And if they just want to email us questions, that would be an option too.
You can always comment or send us a message on socials or whatever too. But
as of right now, everybody who's listening to us knows us and has our phone numbers. So you can just text us.
Text message.
But
perfect.
Eventually we're hopefully, Lord willing, we'll get to a place where people are listening that we don't personally know.
Yeah.
And that might have questions. So we will continue to figure that out. Like, this is just our second episode. We will continue to figure all that stuff out. We'll work out the bugs. We'll figure this thing out, guys. I promise.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. And that, what you were saying kind of reminded me how in the first episode I was saying couples a lot and everything. Like I was kind of putting us into a lane of just being wedding, but we do much more than just weddings. Although that's kind of our main focus. You said families, and stuff like that, and so
I would say we're probably about 65% weddings.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it would be a hodgepodge of family stuff. Again, milestones, that's in our name, right? So the day of great significance or memorable days. Milestones, seniors.
Yeah.
But we also do, like you just mentioned, how you were helping document for an outreach. Like we do stuff with churches, we do stuff with organizations.
Yes.
So there's a little bit of a mixed bag.
Well, it's those kind of things that are outside of our norms, like the portraits and the weddings and stuff like that. I have a passion for telling stories and helping people tell stories and stuff like that. And so I often work with ministries, churches and outreach ministries and stuff like that to help spread more awareness, to help them get more help, whether it's financing or manpower.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. And I really enjoy doing that kind of stuff. And again, if I could, I would do it for free. I would, I promise. But unfortunately, I don't have that luxury at this point in my life.
Bills and all.
Yeah.
Feeding the family.
Yes. And so, man, if God opens some doors down the road, I mean, you never know. You never know what could happen. But yes, so I just wanted to create some clarity on that. And in the spirit of consistency and everything, we wanted to, and we'll move into this next. This is going to be our section for clarification and definition or defining, and that we wanted to include that section, and we'll include that segment every once in a while. Probably not every single episode, but anytime we have an episode where we use shop talk, as in words that have become so normal for us in our context, in our industry and stuff like that, we just say them without thinking somebody might not understand this.
It's true.
And so we wanted to do that because of our target audience. Sometimes it'll include people who don't necessarily know those words, those terms, that kind of stuff. And so this would be a short segment where if in the previous episode we said something that we did not do a good job of defining, like I do, because I get rolling and I just don't really think about it. This will be our clarification and defining of terms segment. So,
and that's okay. I'll try and do my best as we're talking. If we say something to like time out, let's explain what we're talking about.
I think we could get better at that. I think I definitely need to be better at that. I think you do a better job at that. But if we catch ourselves within the episode and then it doesn't need defining in the next episode, then we won't have that segment. Maybe we'll just get better and that whole segment will just kind of
fade away.
But for right now, in our last episode, in our first episode, we had a couple things that we had mentioned. One thing specifically that I mentioned that I was like, I don't know if they'll, understand. I said seconds. I don't even think I said second shooters. Or maybe I did say second shooters or whatever. But seconds are second photographer, second videographer that will come with us and do a project with us or cover an event with us. So Michaela and I, in that sense, would be first photographer, first videographer, and then we would have a second photographer, second videographer who has secondary roles to fulfill so that we can get as much coverage as possible. And that's why we have those.
Yeah, they're mostly for weddings, sometimes large events, but it's a pretty standard industry practice to have a primary and secondary shooter, whether it's for video or photo. And it's, if you've probably seen it if you've been to a wedding or if you shoot weddings and you know what we're talking about. But yes, the purpose of it is because you cannot be in two places at one time.
Yes.
No matter how hard you try. And so it's nice to have somebody to help capture all the things.
Yes. And just because it says second, by no means does that mean they are secondary in what they provide. Because, like you said, we couldn't do what we do without our second shooters.
Absolutely.
And like I had mentioned in the first episode, it can be very difficult to find second shooters, second photographers, second videographers that you trust to come in and to compliment you well and stuff like that. And we feel very blessed that we've found who we have on our team that we get to work with on a regular basis. So shout out to all of our seconds.
Yes, we love you guys.
We love you guys so much, and we're so thankful. We're so grateful.
And that could be an episode we do at some point on like what we've learned to ask for your shooters, like tips and tricks if you are a second shooter, all of that kind of stuff. So that's something that's really important to us. We'll share more later.
In fact, last year we learned quite a bit on how we should be going about that in a little bit more of a
like professional
manner. Yeah. Because again, we're just kids. We're a mom and pop shop. Yeah. We're a mom and pop shop. So, we're figuring this stuff out as we go.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It is officially engagement season.
Woo-hoo.
I know. Yay.
It's an exciting time.
It's so exciting. I actually read the other day that the majority of couples get engaged between the months or between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So that's a good chunk, but we're like right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Over the holidays, I guess.
Yeah.
So
congratulations to all the couples getting engaged.
Congratulations.
So exciting.
We're so happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that it can be a lot of information right out the gate, so people are starting all their wedding plannings and we're getting all the inquiries. That's the time for inquiries right now. So
yeah. Yeah.
That's what engagement season means for us.
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, it's funny. You were saying the other day that you saw something on a Facebook wedding group. I think it was like Oregon Wedding Guide or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That blew me away.
Yeah.
It was a simple post of, hey, we're getting married on this date at this location. Send me your recommendations for a photographer or something like that. And I could not believe it. I just kept scrolling and it was photographer after photographer, and it blew my mind that when you put yourself out there on social media like that, and we're in a very oversaturated market here.
Yes.
A lot of passionate people who
so many
and everybody that posted on there was so kind and so sweet and so, just encouraging to the couple and everything. And it's not, everybody's just, they're trying to offer their service for this couple. It's, it's
trying to make it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But when you do that on social media, it is not condensed.
No.
It is, you are putting yourself out there. It's kind of like chumming the water a little bit.
Like piranhas, just like, go, attack.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very impressive, honestly.
Yep.
And a little bit scary, I would say. Definitely be leery of that because you're opening the door wide open for like fraudsters.
Sure. Yeah. Not only can it be overwhelming with all the, people that you have coming in, but yes, you can also leave yourself kind of open for scams.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's just the reality now, which is sad, but
very sad.
But it is it's crazy to see not only the amount of responses I'm seeing on posts like that, but how many posts I'm seeing just on the daily. And then of course my algorithm is set up to just be nonstop.
Sure.
Which is cool, and I get it, and puts pressure. I feel the pressure when I see that, just because I feel like, oh, now we need to make this epic post, and we need to kind of sell our business to try and get bookings, and we do. Reality, that's just how the industry is. But also,
you can't escape it.
No,
unfortunately,
I don't love that.
Yeah, I really am not a fan of having to sell myself in that way. But yeah, I mean, when you're kind of, going up against this kind of market and stuff like that, it's just nature of what it is. And you gotta do that.
It's true.
And hopefully we can find a way that's unique to us, that's authentic to us, that's not, trying to trick anybody or whatever, And so in that sense, it doesn't feel so much like selling myself. It just feels like this, what we're doing, this podcast it's going to allow people in, it's going to allow us to be more authentic with people who are potentially looking to book our services and stuff like that. And so
try to find the connection.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, I can't imagine being on the other end, so I'm sure that's overwhelming, but I do think there are things that would be helpful to know for couples who are looking to book their wedding vendors. So
great. Let's get into it.
I think communication is a part of that. So that's perfect for this episode.
Yes. The importance of communication.
Yeah.
Take us on a journey of the communication, things that can help some couples.
Here, take my hand.
Yeah, we'll walk with you. We'll walk with you. You know what I have?
What do you have?
Hold on. Let me see. Where is it?
I'm reaching for your hand. Wow.
I have all sorts of stuff in here.
Wow.
If you ever say something and I don't respond, you might hear this.
Oh my gosh.
Or if I tell a joke and it's just not a very good one. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Moving on.
Okay. Are you still holding my hand?
I'm holding your hand. Let's go. Let's go on the journey.
So some things that I see a lot when I'm looking at other people, advertising or whatever, or just all of the social media posts and whatnot, which are great and beautiful. But I see a lot of buzzwords that are thrown around.
Good.
You probably hear them. They're like synonymous with weddings, and that's documentary, editorial, luxury, whatever. There's so many words.
So you're speaking to like the style okay.
So they're used to describe the style of either editing or approach or, I guess in some ways branding, but they're things that attract people, right? So
sure.
Everybody has a style that they love for both of those things, editing and approach, I feel like.
Yeah.
And the problem I'm finding is that the definition is not usually the same across the board. So it's something that requires communication.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Like what somebody would say is documentary or candid approach is different than what I would say it is. So
yeah,
it's something I feel like you should ask when you're inquiring, like, hey, we like this style. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
So when I get a couple that asks, explain your style or your process or your approach, it makes me really happy because I know that they're kind of, putting in their homework and finding out what it means. Yeah,
I was just going to say, I feel like we've had some couples that have done a good job of that who ask really good questions. So
yeah. And I think maybe we could just on the pod, just explain our style and approach just so you guys know.
Yep. I think that's good.
I know one thing that we are both very particular about is color.
Yeah.
We're very picky about our colors being real and like true to life. You'll hear that. That's a buzzword, true to life color.
And when you say real, I think it means we don't remove colors that are captured.
Yeah.
Too. I think it means that as well. And so I know stylistically, a lot of people tend to remove colors because they like either the two-tone kind of look or, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Split toning is another term that's in there, but we're very true to color. So if we capture a color in the shot, it's going to be there in the final. It's just going to look its best.
We want it to look like it did on your wedding day.
Yes.
It's the point of it is preserving the memory, not...
Yeah.
And one thing that goes into wedding planning is color. So, I mean, specifically for dresses, decor, and tuxedos, like all of that, florals.
Yeah.
I'm sure florists get super frustrated.
Oh man, we should have a florist on and talk about all that.
We should. Yeah. Oh my gosh, because I can't even imagine what goes into finding the perfect colors to complement. And then if somebody, tweaks the saturation on one thing, it throws the whole thing off. So
and coordinators with decor and all that stuff. And
that takes a lot of effort for people to plan those things and make those things happen. So we want to make sure that we honor that and everything is the way it is. As best as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in the Northwest, which is very green, so we are not shy about the greens.
No,
that's
like
a
green.
trend we see a lot on the internet, is people not loving the greens, which is strange to me. But this is something that we're very passionate about. Sean and his coloring is it's so impressive. He laughs, but he can see the difference is so fine tuning. It's amazing.
I'm a nerd, guys. I'm a nerd.
He is. It's really cool. So yes, I would say editing style is very true to life. It's not super over edited or anything. We just want it to look like the best version of the day.
Yep.
And then as far as approach and
coverage.
The shooting style.
Yep.
I would say we love candid moments. Those are probably our favorite.
Yeah.
And
by far.
The real raw emotion, the things where we're kind of a fly on the wall.
Yes.
But we've also been doing this long enough to know that more than not, moments like that will not happen on their own. So
with some people.
I mean, there are a handful who are so comfortable and just ready to go, but often nerves take over.
Yeah, for sure.
And so people just stand there and don't know what to do. So, so we know that there's moments where you have to have direction, and we're completely okay with that. And direction for us looks, well, I should say for me, it looks like a little bit of traditional, because I think you have to have that traditional portrait that, your great grandkids will see, you know?
I love how you actually do say that verbatim to couples, these are the photos that you want to share with your grandparents, your parents, that they'll post on the wall, or
that's what grandma wants.
Exactly.
To hold in her hands.
I think it's great. It's so true.
It is, and it takes 2 seconds to do. So it's it's worth it. And then, we want to have some of that natural, a little less posed, but still guided. So we'll use prompts to give you that, more natural feel.
Yep.
So, and the prompting depends on the couple, and that comes along with communication. If there's a couple who enjoys laughing together, they're kind of silly.
Yeah.
We're going to prompt them totally different than somebody who's, more, I don't know, more reserved, or if they would say sophisticated or whatever, So
yeah, for sure.
There's a lot to learning about them and communicating with each other that way.
Yeah. So for us specifically, let me ask you this. If I'm a couple and I'm booking with us for photography, what do you do to open that line of communication and ask those questions so that there's clarity, so that nothing falls through the cracks?
So I would, first of all, if we're doing an engagement session, or when we're starting to talk about the type of images you would like, which could come in the initial consult or on an engagement session, or it could come later when we're talking more about details. But I definitely want to make sure that we have a conversation about it. And I tend to ask questions like, how would you guys describe yourselves?
Yeah.
What do you like to do together for fun?
Yeah. And you send that out in a questionnaire, right?
I do a questionnaire for sure, so I can get it in writing.
Yeah.
But then I'm also discussing it in person.
It's open line of communication, just getting to know the couple along the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's twofold, because I want to be able to have that human side of it where we're talking about it, but I also need it in writing because I forget.
Well, we work with a lot of people throughout the year, and so each one is unique and different, and we want to make sure that we honor all of our couples that way.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then for me on the video side, it reflects in your highlight film and how your highlight film turns out and everything. And so we really want to get to know our couples well, and what style of music they like, and what their personalities are like, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so there's some things that we can plan for, in the front end, but in the video side, it really comes down to meeting you and your bridal party, your wedding party, and your family and stuff like that. And the whole vibe of the day could completely change my view of how the edit will be and turn out and everything.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of factors that come into play for that, because I want the film to reflect you well. You know, I don't want to just have something that's dialed in my mind and then I'm just going to stick to that no matter what, because it could turn out really awkward, you know, and
That's
it just be stiff and it just could be not you, and I just don't want that. And so every edit is unique to the couple, and the vibe of the day, how they interact with their wedding party, how they interact with their family and all that kind of stuff.
And we do learn a lot about them on the day.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, you know, seeing how their family interacts and, you know, the speeches. And, you know, you can tell a lot about a couple by seeing how others love them.
Oh, man.
So it's pretty special.
It is special. Yeah. I love it.
Yes. So I think that it's really important to kind of solidify that.
Yes.
And this goes for more than just photos and video, but to, you know, really communicate well with whoever you're inquiring with what you like. And then if there's a specific word you use to describe it, make sure they understand what you mean by that.
Yes.
By that word. Okay.
Yeah. We don't want anything lost in translation.
Yes.
Because a lot could be lost in translation if you just say something and then you don't define it between the...
It's true.
Yep.
And especially in this space, it's art. So art is kind of...
up for interpretation.
Yep. Exactly.
It's art. I don't like it. It's art.
Oh, yes. That could be a whole episode in itself, the way that art has evolved and what trends are and all that kind of stuff. But for us, we try to stick to the classics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So one thing I did want to touch on is what kind of questions to ask when you're inquiring with somebody.
Yeah. Roll it out.
And I'm sure some of these apply to more vendors than photo and video, but specifically for photo and video, I would suggest that you ask things like, what is your approach? What is your style?
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're looking for a specific style. Then you want to find somebody that fits that, not necessarily go to just any photographer or videographer and ask them if they can shoot in a particular style.
Right.
Because that won't work out so well, I think. So.
No, you want to approach somebody that you like their style that you've seen.
Yes.
Because that is who they are.
Yes.
It should be anyway.
I've never gotten a higher compliment than somebody that comes to us to inquire with us because they like our work. Like it makes us feel good about the work that we do. And in our line of work, there's a lot of imposter syndrome that can come into play.
Totally.
A lot of times imposter syndrome, meaning, why am I doing this? I'm not any good at this, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
all the time.
There's so many people that are out there that are better than us, which may or may not be true. But,
it's true.
But no. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. But yeah, so when people come to us and they're like, we just love your style. We love your work. We want to work with you, man. It's priceless. We love that.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, for sure, seek vendors to start with that you like.
Yes.
You know, that you are already, you're like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, because don't try to go to somebody because somebody told you to, or because it's in your budget, and try and make them adapt. You know, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But also make sure you ask questions like, what does a typical day look like for you, like a wedding day?
Yeah.
Ask about their backup plans. That's really important.
What do you mean by that?
There's several layers to this. A backup plan when it comes to like what their gear is. Like, do they have backup gear with them? Like, basically, are they ready?
What happens if your camera dies right in the middle of the ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you drop a camera and the lens busts.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just random, can happen.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do then?
Yep.
What is your backup plan for gear? What is your backup plan for footage or photos? How are you saving that, backing that up? How are you protecting it?
Yeah.
Also, what is your backup plan for coverage? Because we are all humans, and humans get sick.
Yeah.
Humans get in accidents.
Not us. Wedding photographers can't get sick.
No. The show must go on, my friends.
I have a quick story on that.
Okay.
So I can't remember how many years ago, but we had gone up to the mountain as a family to go play in the snow. And we ended up turning off the freeway to this area that, nobody was there, to just play in the snow for a little bit. Well, we're playing in the snow, and all of a sudden, this little car comes driving from deep within, and this is a road that goes to, which road was that? That wasn't the one that goes to Trillium Lake, right? That was that was down a little further.
It's like
this is up at Mount Hood, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, they had no business being down there.
It's a tiny little sedan.
Yes. And so they're struggling, like, just driving out of there. I don't even know how they got out of there. The fact that they got out of there at all is a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, they come up and then they get stuck just before they're able to get onto the freeway and get out of there. And I'm thinking, oh man, I'm going to have to help these guys get out of here. And so long story short, I tried to push them out from the snow. We tried to rock them back and forth a couple times. I ended up popping my knee out of place.
Yep, that was great.
That was one of the worst pains I've ever experienced in my whole life. And I feel like my leg is broken off completely. Broken off.
Our kids are like,
half a leg.
No.
Emma is just devastated. She's just freaking out.
She thought you got hit by it, I think.
Yeah, I think she
thought we were down the road a little bit.
I think she thought I got run over by a car or something like that. Poor thing.
Poor thing.
So anyways, they ended up getting out because I think Department of Transportation somehow shows up or something like that. And they're like, well, we can't use our vehicle to tow you out, but we can help push the car out. So anyways, we had a wedding the very next day.
The
very next day. And so, and I didn't have anybody in line to shoot, with me. Back then we were still doing, I think, just solo every once in a while.
And this was a New Year's Eve wedding.
New Year's Eve. So, nobody's going to show up last minute for New Year's Eve coverage. So anyway, we're like, well, I have to do this, So I put a brace on my knee. I took some good meds. And
hey, it's all in focus.
Yeah, it turned out great. It turned out
great, but you just pushed through.
Oh man, yeah, it was painful, but I did it. Yep. So, but that's what you mean by the show must go on.
It's true. We do believe in that theory quite a bit, but we have learned a lot from that. So now we have backup plans for people who can fill in if we need to, but also we don't do stuff like that the day before a wedding.
That's the real learning moment there is don't go out and do stuff like that the day before a wedding.
Must preserve the body for the day following. So in all reality, we all live and learn, right? But that is a legit thing. Yeah. You do still have your leg. Yes. Thank you, Lord. But everybody needs to have a backup plan because,
Yep. Backup plan.
So definitely ask for that.
Sorry, I took you on a tangent on your backup plan.
That's okay.
Question.
That is a good story. Yeah. I remember that vividly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. A few other questions would be just like defining the payment terms, like what do you need for deposit? What does payment look like?
Good.
What does the contract look like?
Yeah.
When can you expect your deliverables?
Yeah.
Which deliverables are, maybe that's even a question in itself. What's in your package? Define that.
Yeah.
That's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what do I get for this?
Yeah. And what do you mean?
Because we know it's a big investment, and
huge.
Yeah. And so those questions, you are more than,
allowed to ask questions. Yes.
Yeah.
Please do.
It is well within your right to ask those kind of questions for this kind of investment. So yes, please.
As you should.
Those,
yes.
Yeah. Please ask those questions.
Yes. So you can never ask too many questions.
No.
And as a vendor, it actually makes me really happy when I hear this stuff. So, and it tells me that you care about it. So
yep. Absolutely.
That makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, just ask anything you might you can also chat GPT, like what should I ask, and there's going to be a lot of good stuff on there too. If you like kind of your mind goes blank.
Just even Google. I think there's a lot of things out there. If you type into Google, like I'm getting married, what should I ask my photographer,
Yes.
Before the wedding, like what kind of questions should I ask? I think there's good things out there.
Yeah.
That some of our previous couples have gone out and done, and they've asked great questions because of it. So
yeah. No, that's all great.
There's tools.
And so the other thing that I would want to share is where to find these vendors, where to find good quality vendors.
Good.
And know that you're not going to get scammed.
Yeah. I don't want to get scammed.
No, don't get scammed.
Yeah.
There are people out there who will like steal images and claim their own so that they can make it in the industry or whatever. And that's
in this day and age.
so sad.
Well, that and AI is
yes.
good.
AI
There's some scary things out there with AI too. But yeah, take us down that a little bit.
So I would say my favorite source for finding vendors would be either through referral from somebody you personally know.
Yep. And trust. Yep.
Or through another vendor like your venue or, somebody that you've already hired.
Great.
Because vendors like to work with vendors that they like.
Yeah.
They're going to refer you somebody good.
And there's a reason that they like them too.
Yes.
Not just, I can't speak to all, not necessarily just because they're buddies with them or whatever, but that they do a good job.
Yeah.
They're
because that reflects them.
Yep,
yes.
exactly. Yeah.
So I would recommend those avenues over, a just generic open to the public post where you're going to get shark bait,
Shark bait. Ooh, ha, ha.
Or even like these wedding directories, which this might be like a little bit of a, to each their own, but places like Wedding Wire, The Knot, Zola.
Sure.
These are great places for some people, but I think a lot of couples are not privy to or don't understand how these websites work.
How do they work?
This is not scripted, guys.
Tell me how they work, sweetheart. Tell me how they work.
So they have different models. The Knot and Wedding Wire are owned by the same company, actually. Surprise. But they have different purposes.
Yeah.
Their models are everybody can have a free listing on those websites, and they can reach out to couples. Vendors can reach out to couples who inquire with them for free. But
that sounds great.
Yeah, it does sound great.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
But if you want to get put in their primary spots or put in front of more couples, you pay.
Ooh.
So you have to have like a membership where you pay, which we've had a free one for years because we tried the paid thing for a while and it just got us some bots or some it just never went anywhere.
No.
So
Okay.
so we just kind of stopped paying and left our free one, and we can contact people who reach out to us.
Okay.
But we don't get put in front of anybody. So
Sure.
I think we hear from maybe one or two couples. I don't even know if it's a year from there. It just kind of gave up.
So
on
if you
it.
want to get to the front of the line, you're going to have to pay for it.
You have to pay.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That works for
Sure.
some people.
Yeah.
It seems like if you're somebody who's not trying to find a ton of bookings, you're not going to be paying the big money. It's kind of a weird thing because if somebody might be doing pretty good at what they're doing, they probably don't need to do the Wedding Wire thing.
Why is it important for people to know? Why is it important for couples to know that about the vendors, about our side of it? Because you were mentioning before that if a vendor doesn't know that and they're just thinking this is a great opportunity to get connected with couples and stuff like that, and they get connected, but then they have to pay to communicate.
Yeah, so that's Zola. That's a different one.
Okay, you were going to move on to that one.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this one has a totally different business model, and it's cool for some people. Like I don't want to get in trouble.
No.
But I've actually told Zola this myself.
Yeah.
That I think it's sneaky.
You're not shy when it comes to that stuff.
No, I'm like, hey, this is not being very transparent.
Yeah.
Because for Zola, you can have a listing for free, and couples can reach out to you specifically through their website platform. You cannot list your email or a way to contact you on your listing.
Okay.
But they can reach you through their platform.
And you can't see the contact info for the couple?
I can just see their names.
Yeah, crazy.
So I can list our website on there, but the couple has to specifically go to our website.
Right.
So I can just see their names, but if I want to reply to them, I have to buy credits.
Okay.
And I think that's important for couples to know that when you're reaching out to vendors on Zola, that if they haven't bought credits, they might not know, or they can't contact you.
Yeah.
So
they may not be ghosting you.
No.
They may just have been caught up in the system and
And it may seem like, oh, well, you're so cheap. Why don't you just buy the credits to talk to us?
We spend so much money on stuff.
I know. Here's the thing, you guys, is in this day and age, the bots are real.
Yeah, they are.
You get so many spammers that, eventually you're like, I'm done buying credits because this is not going anywhere. And if they want to find me, they have to just make 2 more clicks and find me. So my suggestion would be use the directories to find people. That's great. It's a good, easy, pretty display. But when you go to contact them, maybe go directly to them. That might be the best way.
Yeah. No, that's great. Great advice. Yeah. And they'll appreciate it too. We appreciate it when people come straight to us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. It's great. Good information.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I'm sorry, we ramble, is also about communication, but it's about communication for your day. So after you've booked and after you've kind of gone through the whole planning process, it is super important for you to communicate with your team. Now, I'm not saying we have to get coffee all the time or make a bunch of phone calls. I know that is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like we get a lot of brides who are just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do one more thing.
Yeah.
And that's totally
We don't want to
fine.
add on to that plate.
No, not at all. And we get busy too. So I understand, but there are some things that are so helpful and just make everything so much smoother.
Yeah.
And this is part of our questionnaire, and it's my biggest thing would be, is there anything we should be sensitive to or aware of that we need to know for your day? That's
good.
And it's not to be nosy.
Nope.
It's not because we want all the gossip and whatnot, but it's because
we want to help you guys have a stress-free day.
Yes.
We don't want to add to drama. We want a drama-free day.
Yes. And so, for example, some of these things could be family dynamics. You know, a lot of people have split families, or there's like drama.
Drama. Your face right now.
Drama. There's almost always something, right? I mean, if you don't have drama, then consider yourself very blessed.
Yes. Holy moly.
But
they're living that 1% life.
Yeah. Weddings are stressful. So they kind of bring out the best and worst in people at the same time. So, so we need to know that.
Yeah.
Just so, I mean, I guess we don't have to, but if we know it, then we can help, simmer it down instead of fanning the flames, so we can make sure that we don't put the fighting ex-lovers next to each other. Or try to make the ex couple kiss or something. You know what I mean? Like
Jerry.
It's just, it happens, and it's really difficult to come back from.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
please help us don't put our foot in our mouth.
Yes.
If you can help us in any way to not put our foot in our mouth.
No eating feet.
No eating feet. I don't like eating feet.
No.
No,
thank you.
I like eating pizza. You give me pizza. You don't give me feet.
Right. So yes, that kind of stuff is important for us to know. It's also important for us to know about sensitivities to like health conditions or mobility issues.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
If you have a family member, grandparent, somebody who can't maybe climb up a hill.
Yeah. it helps to find locations for family portraits and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that
and do
everybody
it
can access
in a way that doesn't single out somebody and be like, okay, now we got to go move here because grandma can't come up the hill.
Come on,
you don't
grandma.
want to make anybody feel bad.
No.
So knowing those ahead of time is very helpful.
Yeah, we want to make everybody feel as comfortable as possible.
It helps us plan too. So like I will specifically plan the order of family photos around mobility or even ages. Like if I know that there's a toddler, I know I'm going to do that. First,
limited time with toddler.
So things like that are very helpful. Also insecurities, which is a whole can of worms because I know we all
body
have
image insecurities.
Exactly. Because we're not going to edit the craziness out of like so that you look like a supermodel. I mean, you probably do anyway, but we want you to look like yourself. But if there's something that you're insecure about, we want to do our best to make you feel good about that. So,
and there's things we can do in the moment on the day of, instead of shooting it and then you coming back later and be like, can you Photoshop that?
Totally.
Because there's things that we can do in the moment.
Yeah, like I've had people who have one eye that's bigger than the other.
Yeah.
Like it's a real thing, right?
Yeah,
and
sure.
so they're like, hey, this eye is my kind of wonky eye. Can I put my smaller eye closer to the camera? And it does. It works. And so I'm like, that's why that's your good side.
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's great. That's
little
genius.
things.
Yep. No, that's great. And that goes to our style, which we want to be very natural.
Yeah.
And we think everybody that we meet along the way is beautiful in their own way, but we understand the body image, can be a hang up on with people. And so it helps to know that so that we can go, and make adjustments if we need to make you feel the most comfortable.
Yeah. Things like scars.
Yeah.
Scars are something that, are so personal to people. Some people don't want their scars shown. Some people do want them. Like
scars or birthmarks.
So these are the things that I would never just be like, oh, I got to hide that because I don't want to assume, because in a lot of ways they're beautiful, and a lot of people are proud of them. And so that's what you need to tell me if you don't want it in there.
Yeah. Or if we think it's like a blemish or something like that and we do remove it and then you come back later and like, why did you remove my birthmark?
Yes.
Like, we're like, oh, sorry, we didn't know.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
It does.
But
yeah.
Just again, communication is key.
Yeah. What is important to you? What is your priority overall? What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want? I'm picturing that scene from Notebook.
From the Notebook, yes.
In the rain.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Tell us.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And that just helps us, make our goals and priorities align with yours.
Yep. We're working
and a lot
together.
of the times we'll hear, we trust you.
Oh,
you
man,
do
I love
you,
that.
which is great.
Yeah, another huge compliment.
If you trust us.
If you truly do trust us.
Because if you don't, and you're just saying that, and you're going to come back later and be like, why didn't you do this? And I'm going to be like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
You
said.
Yeah. You said.
You said.
What do you want?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff, babe. I don't know if we... because I know we touched on the couple side of communication, everything. I know eventually we want to touch on and speak to the vendor side.
Yes.
And things that we've learned throughout the years and put into practice now that may be beneficial for anybody who's on the vendor side to hear,
Yep. That's something that we'll go into.
Yeah. So that's,
real soon.
Yeah. That's good stuff. But yeah, great. Good information. Is there more?
No.
Oh,
I think that's...
You gave me a look like, wait, I'm not done.
I can always talk about this stuff, but no, that was a lot. So yeah, I'm excited for all the couples out there who are starting their journey.
Excited. Yeah, so excited.
Try not to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. And just a shameless plug. We will be putting our email and website info in the description. So if you are searching for a photographer or a videographer, we would be honored to work with you and capture your day.
We sure would.
We sure would. Yeah, we would.
So. I have my cheesy smile on.
But thank you so much for joining us. Another great episode, sweetheart. Episode 2 in the books. And
all right.
Do we have anything coming up that we want to share with our guests, with our listeners,
with our family?
With our family. Hey, okay. You never know who's going to be listening to this one. You know,
that's true.
We could just blow up.
Nah.
We don't want that.
It's fine.
We love our family and our friends. Thank you so much for all your support in this.
You guys rock.
But anyways, I do think soon we want to bring on some guests and start doing those kind of episodes. So,
yeah, I love it.
That's going to be a blast. We're going to be just laughing, having a great time. So, but thanks again so much for listening. And we hope you guys have a great week. And
see you later.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.